Welcome back to our energy series. We're now 8 sessions in. We're going to combine the first 8 sessions into an energy flow for you, into something a little bit longer that you can really get your teeth into and bite into and see how it feels. Try it on for size, if you will. Trying another analogy. We're going to start off, as always, with our breath. We'll take our hand, either right hand or both, through to the belly. Kind of inhale and exhale. Let's start with the inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Just trying to lift the belly and deepen our breath. Just one more. Good. Now breathing just through the nose. We're going to inhale for 2 and exhale for 2. 1, 2. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do that one more time. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. 1, 2. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. It'll help quiet the breath, but also it'll help energize through our deepening connection with our breath, getting more oxygen back to the cells. Come through into our tabletop, come through into our hands and knees. We're going to start with a little bit of cat-cow, begin warming up the spine. Inhale to lift the forehead, drop the belly, lift the sitting bones. Exhale, chin to chest, round through the hands, round the upper back, tuck under the sitting bones. Move with the breath, have the breath guide your movement. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, we'll just do 2 more here. Feeling the movement of the spine, but really connecting the movement through to the breath. Good. Come back through stillness. Touch our toes together, separate our knees, sink all the way down into our child's pose. Lengthen through the lower back, release the elbows, release the shoulders. We'll just take a couple breaths here just to resettle, to regather. Start by, on the inhale, scoop the chest in between the thumbs. We'll start in our Sphinx pose, elbows underneath shoulders. Press the hands down, tuck the elbows in. Press down through the feet. Peel the shoulders back. Take the sternum and pull it through the thumbs by squeezing the elbows back down towards the hips. Strengthening the upper back, strengthening the middle back, strengthening the lower back. Slowly lower down. This time we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders into our cobra pose. Same action with the chest, same action with the shoulders. Lift up through the upper back, elbows squeeze. Deepen the breath all the way to the belly. Press down through the tops of the feet. Now the wider you take the feet, the more intense through the lower back. So you make the choice of what works for you. Good. Slowly release. Take the hands long beside the hips. Turn the thumbs up, palms away from you. We move into our locust pose. Inhale, we begin lifting the chest, peeling back the shoulders, also extending the toes, lengthening the legs, and lifting the heart, lifting the chest. Now you may, if you want a little bit extra, sweep the hands forward very gently. and lift. Or even take them out into a T and lift those thumbs high. 2 more breaths. Good. Releasing down to the mat. Come down onto one ear. Bring the hands beside the hips. Touch the big toes together. Release the heels. And just walk out those hips. Rock those hips back and forth. Can be strong in the lower back because it is strengthening that whole area. Something we're not necessarily used to because of all the sitting we do. So take your time. Then bring the hands back under the shoulders. Once again, being active in the belly, we press back through our tabletop. We take our knees wide, touch our toes. Take the hips back to the heels. You may take a palm, a hand underneath to give your head a little bit more elevation, whatever works for you. But lengthen through the spine. Good. Take the hands wide, activate. I'm going to lift through the elbows. See if we can take the shoulder blades back down the back towards the kidneys, toward the hips. So engage, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the back of the neck, but take the shoulder blades down. And we'll keep the hands there. We'll press into our tabletop, tuck our toes. We should be in the right position to press straight up into our downward dog. Release one heel to the mat at a time. Lengthening through the hamstring, lengthening through the calf. Really opening the back body, opening the whole back of the legs, the shoulders, the lower back. Come back to stillness. Now we're going to keep pressing back through the shoulders. So come back through your down dog. Inhale, we're going to lift up high into the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, heels. One more time. Inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. We're going to coming forward into our high plank. You may drop down to the knees, absolutely fine. Otherwise, inhale. Bring the chest forward, press back through the heels, lengthen the crown of the head. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and long, deep with the breath. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. This time we come forward into our high plank. We bend our elbows. We lower all the way down to the mat. Hands remain by underneath our shoulders, elbows by our sides. We lift up into cobra. We lower the chest. We press through tabletop or all the way up and back through downward dog. Bend the knees. Slowly walk the feet forward into forward fold. Toes in line with fingers. Outside edges of the feet, parallel with your mat. Release the head. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, reach long with the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we begin sweeping the hands high, lengthened into our extended mountain pose. And then exhale, come back down into your mountain. Lifting through the toes, kneecaps, thighs, quads, pelvis tucks under. Belly button moves towards the spine. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the back and the crown of the head. Gazing down the nose. Stand as tall as you can. Lengthen and reach. But breathe all the way down into the belly. Good. Inhale, sweep the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Release the knees, soften, let go of the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back into low lunge, whether it be on the toe, the knee, whatever low lunge works for you. But see if we can scoop the chest up off the front knee like a cobra chest with rolling the shoulders back. And then step the left foot back into downward dog. Inhale, come through into high plank. Either lowering all the way down or halfway down, your choice. Shoulders over fingertips. Scoop the chest, up dog or cobra. Tuck the toes, downward dog. We're going to touch our toes together and lift through the right heel into our three-legged dog. Making sure the left heel is dropping down towards your mat. Knee comes to chest, stepping the foot inside of the right wrist. Ground down to the back heel. Hands through to hips. Square the hips. Bend through the front knee. And sweep the hands high, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Shoulders stacking over hips. Lengthen through the fingertips, reaching through the palms, reaching through the shoulder blades. This time a little bit different. We're going to flip the front palm. We're going to take the left hand through to the shin or the knee. We're going to lift up and back and reverse our warrior. Breathing into the right lung, breathing into an opening as we stack our shoulders one upon each other, like our back is against a brick wall. Then we catapult the hands either side of the front foot and press back through downward dog. Okay. Good. We'll go through a little mini flow here. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lowering down halfway. Inhale, scoop the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Touch the toes together, extending through the left, kicking through the heel, three-legged dog. Knee comes to chest, stepping forward inside of the left wrist. Ground through the back heel. Square the hips, hands come through the heels. Heels, those are high heels. Hips. And square the hips through to the front of your mat. Sweep the hands high, sink down into that front knee. Warrior one, strong pose, lengthen through the spine. Feel the strength through the upper body, but ground down to the feet. Extend long through the hands. Gazing over the middle finger, the leading hand. Flip the front palm, right hand back to knee, reversal where you take it up and back. Catapult the hands either side of the front foot. Press back through downward dog. Good. Move through a mini flow again. Inhale, come through into high plank. Exhale, elbow squeeze, scoop the chest, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good, we'll do that one more time. Touch the toes together. Inhale, lifting through the right, kicking through the heel. Step inside the right wrist. Place it down gently. Ground through the back heel, square the hips, sweep the hands high. Sink down through the front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Shoulders stacking over, tucking under the pelvis. Flip the front palm, reverse. Exhale, catapult the hands either side of the front foot. Press back through downward dog. Inhale, come through to high plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, scoop the chest. Up dog. And downward dog. All right, almost there. You're doing well. Keep up the good work. Touch those toes, lifting through the left. Knee to chest, tuck it in. Bring that foot forward. Ground down through the heels. Hands to hips. Square the hips. Sweep the hands high, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Really strengthen through the upper body. Lengthen the shoulders. Flip and reverse. Catapult the hands either side of the front foot. Press back through down dog. And you're almost there. You're almost there. Just for a bit of fun, we'll come forward into our high plank. We'll roll to the outside of the right foot. We'll stack our shoulders. Perhaps we'll even Lift the top leg. Roll back through our high plank. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the shoulders and lift the top leg. Breathing deeply all the way to the belly. Keep the hips tucked and lifted. Lengthen through the back, lengthen through the back of the neck. Good. Back through our high plank. Press back through downward dog. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands. Walking the feet forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, reaching tall. Exhale back into your mountain pose. Once again, muscles are active, body is going off, but the breath is slow and deep. Remaining calm. Just to finish off today, we'll work through a couple of our balancing poses. From our mountain pose, grounding the feet down, finding a spot in front of you that's locked in with the eyes. Lock it in, not moving, single focus. We take the left ankle, we take the left heel, place it onto the right ankle. Hands to hips. Maybe the foot is onto the calf or the thigh. Pressing the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot. Perhaps we reach the hands high. Bring the hands back down to the hips. Knee comes forward, kicking through the heel. And slowly lowering down. Good. Through to the opposite side. Heel through to ankle. We want to roll forward. We want to protect ourselves. It doesn't help our balance. Lengthen and improve your posture. So really lengthen and take the shoulders back. Crown of the head reaches tall. Looking down your nose, find that spot that we can move from the ankle to the calf or the thigh, whatever works for you today. Perhaps the hands to heart or reach them tall. If you're really feeling balanced today, perhaps try closing an eye. Or the other eye. Or even both eyes. Here you go. Good, well done. Bring the hands back to the hips, kick through the heel, flex back on the toe. Slowly release. Give the legs a shake. Loosen them up. We're going to come all the way down to our mat. Just spend a few moments after a longer practice into a more relaxing pose, basically a centering pose, our child's pose. So touch the toes together, separate the knees. Bring the chest or the sternum in between the knees. Walk the hands forward, soften the elbows, soften the shoulders, and release the forehead down to the mat. Reconnect with the breath, re-deepen the breath. And let go of success or failure through your poses and through your practice. There's no failure in yoga. It's something where every time you step onto the mat, you go a little bit further. And we get so hung up on whether I win or whether I lose, whether what's in it for me. Continue working through your practice and you'll find out very, very quickly what's in it for you. There's so much that you can gather from your practice. There's so much clarity, there's so much wisdom, there's so much health benefits that we barely even tapped into. We're starting to scratch the surface just a little bit. So, but continue along that path. You'll find that every time you step onto the mat, it's a success. It's a win for you. It's a win for you, but also it's a win for the people around you. All those wonderful positive things you do for yourself, when you invest in your own body, when you invest in your own health, you don't only do it for yourself. All your loved ones, all your friends around you can tell the difference. They know that what you're doing, and they feel the benefits as well. You know what? The only way to make it a kinder planet, the only way to make it a more peaceful planet is starting one person at a time. And let it flow. And let it emanate from you, which is exactly what you're doing. Well done. Keep up the fantastic work. We've now finished the cumulative practice for the first 8 sessions. So that's wonderful. Starting to feel that, starting to feel those benefits, starting to feel that energy that's building. How did you exercise and actually feel more alive than when you did it? Shouldn't you feel exhausted? It doesn't work that way with yoga. So continue deepening the breath. Continue feeling the poses. Keep up the good work. Until I see you again, take care.